I don't know if there's any redeeming information coming out of this video at all, or if it's just you watching me ramble on about a headphone amp. Hey, I'm Randy, and you're watching The Cheap Audio Man. Here at The Cheap Audio Man, we help others find high-value home theater, hi-fi, and headphone products. And today, we're talking about the Geshelli Labs E2 balanced headphone amp. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the Geshelli Labs E2. Today's sponsor is SITH Audio Fire Ant Killer. Fire ants got you down, no problem. SITH Audio's got you covered. When you want to kill ants, but gosh darn it, you want to do it the audiophile way, there's only one choice. SITH Audio, audiophile fire ant killer. SITH Audio. They got their fingers and everything. The Geshelli Labs E2. The first one they did was I don't even know how to say it. And I feel like if I say it the way I think I should say it, then it's going to sound like something that I shouldn't be saying. I'm just going to say the E2. Geshelli Labs E2 headphone amp is $230, but you can get a wood option, which is more, depending upon the wood. On the front, you have a 4-pin XLR balanced headphone connector. If you want to run this single-ended, you'll just have to get an adapter. Plug the adapter in and then plug your single-ended headphones into the jack. On the left side, you have the power button, but it can also be used to change the lights. I like lights. This is one of my favorite things about the Geshelli products is that you can change the lights. Next to that, you have the gain settings. You hold it in for about 3 seconds and it'll either increase it or decrease it. Then you have the volume knob. The volume knob is old school. Very nice pot though. You can get the volume knob in a 10K or 100K volume knob. I know nothing about that, so I reached out to Geshelli and they said, hey, if you want to have to adjust the volume more, get that 100K for the lower end. That way you can run like IEMs and other stuff on there. If you want it to go up in volume quickly, get the 10K. Either way, they end up at the same spot. So if you run any IEMs, probably want to get the 100K. That's what I have. On the back, it's pretty simple. You have balanced in, and then a balanced out, and a power receptacle. This takes 12 volts. Speaking of power, this thing puts out 2 watts in the 32 ohm headphones. I ran this with the Dan Clark Aeon RT closed, which is similar to the Drop, Dan Clark and Drop Aeon closed X. Those are a 13 ohm headphone, but interestingly enough, they're a bit hard to drive. No problem on the Geshelli E2. I compared the sound quality directly against the, whoops, that's upside down, the SMSL SH8S. It's a balanced headphone amp. Now you may be asking yourself, I don't know if I like the way that headphone amp looks, Randy. I'm probably not going to buy it. Well, don't worry, because you can get it to look however you want. And that includes a wood case in multiple different kinds of wood. And I'm immediately kicking myself because I've looked at some of those wood cases on the Geshelli Labs website. And they're pretty good looking. Makes me wish I kind of got the wood. But I don't wish I kind of got the wood because this one matches my J2 DAC. Look at them. Look at that. Yeah. How cool is that? Do you have DAC and headphone amp envy? I bet you do. Geshelli Labs is located in the Sunshine State of Florida. Everything's built right there in Florida. They have laser science cutting machines and all sorts of cool manufacturing tools that move around. Occasionally, some of their equipment catches fire. But don't worry, there's a crack staff of people that put it out really quickly before any damage is done. Quick Florida story. So I lived in Orlando. Actually, I lived south of Orlando when I was in the military. I lived in base housing, had to drive to the base. It was like 20 or 30 minutes away. I had to leave at 4:30 a.m. to get there in time. I'm driving up the road and I see a pickup. I see sheriff's deputy, lights turned on. I see someone standing in the back of the pickup. I'm thinking, all right, I've been in Florida long enough. Something's going to be interesting. I thought there would be maybe somebody in the back of the truck that had too much of a good time. No, they were pulling a 10-foot gator into the back of the truck. That was just on the side of the road. Probably more like 7 foot. I don't know. Back then, it seemed big. 10 foot. 10-foot alligator. So Geshelli Labs is going the extra mile by fighting off giant reptiles to bring you high-quality DACs and headphone amps. Thank you, Geshelli Labs. But they're built right here in the U.S. And you talk to real people when you call them on the telephone or they respond on the internet. I've had a wonderful experience with the folks over at Geshelli, and it just helps that their stuff sounds pretty awesome. How did it sound against the SMSL HS8S? Man, that is a difficult model name to say. How did it sound? Sounded great. All right, the SMSL, very clean. Here's how it presents the music, though. Think of your 4K TV, high resolution. You can see everything. That's what that amp reminds me it's doing with the music. Putting it up there, everything is perfect. The Geshelli, a little bit more three-dimensional. Also a bit warmer in comparison to the SMSLH. Can't even do it. Let's try it again. SMSLH8S. Got it. It's a bit less organic, if we're going to get esoteric. A bit less organic. E2 fills it up. Now, there's nothing wrong with the SH8S. Frankly, I actually test a lot of DACs with that headphone amplifier because it's so clean. But E2, if I'm listening for pleasure, I'm listening to the E2. It's more full-bodied. Like, what is wine? Are we talking about wine now? It's bigger. It sounds more present, realistic, larger sense of scale. Oh, instrument separation too. I was listening to Sunday, Bloody Sunday by U2. It's the remastered version from 2008. And I was actually talking to one of my patrons, Brock, because he's my friend. And I was telling him that everything was separated out and put in place. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you which DAC I had hooked up to this while I was doing my testing. Of course, it was the Geshelli Labs J2. I also hooked that up to the SMSL SH8S. First time, got it. They both sound great. I like the sound of this one better, personally. It's fuller. And listen, I know, I like some heft on the bottom and a little bit of punch. I like the music to kind of be like that. I know. Fun on the top. Thick on the bottom. Maybe like an hourglass. No, that's probably not like an hourglass. We shouldn't describe music like an hourglass. I like there to be detail, but yet fullness in the music. Maybe we're getting it now? E2 gave me that. You may have a hard time getting over how this looks, but again, you can get any color of case. Well, you can get any color of case that Geshelli offers. Not just white. You can get any color glass that Geshelli offers. Not just neon green. So there's a variety of ways that you can set this up. And guess what? They build it however you select it on their drop-down menu. Do I have any gripes about it? Yeah, I wish there's RCAs, but I can just go buy an adapter if I want RCAs. If I want single-ended, I'll just go buy an adapter. One of the things I love about Geshelli is they really don't make any apologies. This is it. This is how it looks. If you like it, buy it. Design your color scheme. Design your wood. Choose your wood. Put it in there. If you don't like it, don't buy it. They're trying to be like them. They're not trying to be like anybody else. And man, do I respect that. And it's easy to respect them too because their stuff sounds so good. The J2 and the E2 together are absolutely fantastic. But if you already have a DAC that you like and you're looking to upgrade your headphone amp, the E2 should be on your short list, especially at its price. It's $230. Sorry, I just hit the camera. I'm not very good at this. It's $230 if you get the metal case. Depending upon what type of wood you get, if you want the Himalayan hickory oak that was harvested from the bottom of a volcano, that might be a little bit more. I may see if they can just send me the case and I could switch this out. I like the wood. Maybe do a wood case for the J2 as well. Then I can have a wood stack instead of a neon green stack. I hate that term stack. You're gonna stack. Headphone stack. I don't know why I don't like it. I don't know if there's any redeeming information coming out of this video at all, or if it's just you watching me ramble on about a headphone amp. Things have really taken a turn. So who's the competition out there? Well, you have the likes of SMSL, balanced. I think there's some topping offerings as well in the balanced. But if it's my money, I'm going to Skit or I'm going with the Geshelli. And if it's my money personally, going with the Geshelli. I like them. They sound awesome. They're good folks. Built right here. They ship quickly. Man, it sounds great. I don't know what their return policy is, but just try it out. The J2 and the E2 are very, I'm not saying smooth because there's still a lot of details. There's just an organic nature, a weight to the music that I don't hear on other stuff. Now I found my new favorite headphone amp. So if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon. Patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have Patreon-only Zooms. We also have a Patreon-only Facebook group. You can also sign up for Amazon Music. It's the cheapest way to get high-res music in the US and in Canada now. They also pay the artists more than any other streaming service. So if you say you want to support your favorite artist, maybe you want to sign up for a streaming service that pays them more. I don't know. You can listen to whatever streaming service you like. Anyway, if you click on the link and sign up, I get a couple of dollars and you get to enjoy a huge library of awesome music and not have to go to the store like I did when I was a kid and buy a CD. You can also use any of the links in the description. Most of those are affiliate links. However, I don't have an affiliate relationship with Geshelli. That's how much of a shill I am. They didn't pay me anything, and I don't get paid anything even if you buy something from Geshelli. So, don't binge watch anything. Binge listen through the Geshelli E2 headphone amp and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.